Hey everyone, welcome back to Mosine Insights. Today we're diving into a question that's been buzzing around. Why is manufacturing so tough in the United States? From cars to smartphones to everyday goods, making stuff here isn't as easy as it used to be. So, what's going on? Let's break it down. First up, let's talk about cost. Manufacturing in the United States is expensive, way more than in some other countries. Why? Well, labor is a big part of it. The average hourly wage for a factory worker in the United States is around $25 to $30 compared to, say, $5 to $10 in countries like China or Mexico. Higher wages mean higher production costs, which can make US-made goods pricier. But it's not just wages. Energy costs, raw materials, and even land for factories are often more expensive here. Plus, US manufacturers have to comply with strict regulations. Think environmental standards, worker safety rules, and taxes. These are important, but they add to the bottom line, making it harder to compete with countries that have looser rules. Next, let's talk about supply chains. The United States relies heavily on global supply chains for raw materials and components. For example, semiconductors, those tiny chips in everything from phones to cars, are mostly made in Asia. When there's a disruption like during the pandemic or geopolitical tensions, US manufacturers get hit hard. And here's the kicker. Even when companies want to bring manufacturing back to the United States, they often can't find enough local suppliers. Decades of outsourcing have left gaps in the domestic supply chain. Rebuilding that, it's a massive, expensive challenge. Another big hurdle? The skills gap. Modern manufacturing isn't just about manual labor, it's high-tech. Factories today use robotics, AI, and advanced machinery. But finding workers with the right training is tough. Many skilled workers from past generations have retired, and not enough young people are entering the trades. Vocational programs and apprenticeships are making a comeback, but it'll take years to close this gap. Meanwhile, companies are struggling to find talent, which slows down production and innovation. Then there's the global race. Countries like China and Germany have invested heavily in manufacturing for decades. China's got massive factories, government subsidies, and a huge workforce. Germany's known for precision engineering and strong trade policies. The United States, meanwhile, shifted toward a service-based economy in the late 20th century, which means we're playing catch-up. It's not just about cost or scale. Some countries offer tax breaks or incentives to keep manufacturing local, while United States policies can feel like a maze for businesses trying to set up shop. Speaking of policies, let's talk government. United States manufacturers face a complex web of taxes, tariffs, and regulations. For example, trade policies can make it cheaper to import goods than to make them here. And while there's been talk about reshoring, bringing manufacturing back to the United States, policies like tax credits or infrastructure investment haven't fully kept pace. Recent efforts, like the CHIPS Act to boost semiconductor production, are a step forward. But turning the tide takes time and bipartisan commitment. It's a slow process. Okay, it's not all doom and gloom. There's hope on the horizon. Companies are starting to reshore, especially for critical industries like semiconductors and pharmaceuticals. New tech, like three-dimensional printing and automation, is making United States manufacturing more competitive. And there's growing public support for made in the USA products. Plus, consumers like you are demanding more transparency and sustainability, which could push companies to invest in local production. It's a long road, but the United States has the innovation and grit to make it happen. So why is manufacturing so hard in the United States? It's a mix of high costs, supply chain issues, a skills gap, global competition, and complex policies. But with the right investments and a little American ingenuity, we can rebuild a manufacturing powerhouse. What do you think? Can the United States make a comeback? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more videos on how the world works. Want to learn more about a specific industry? Let us know. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.